Something that hit me today, I don't think it's an accident that I have these epiphanies, um, is that you don't have to be passed on, basically, to uh, get to God, to, to start the path to God, to get close to God. You don't have to pass on first, like I thought, and I think that's what I've been learning on this road that I've been on, this path that I've been on is um, I feel I'm getting closer to God, closer to the Father without dying, basically, without um, being dead first and then walking towards God after death. I feel like I'm being led down a path or walked down a path slowly, uh, of how to get closer to God, um, have Him be closer to you, uh, feel like you're in His presence, you know, without you being passed on, basically. But it's just something that kind of came to me. Um, Probably no accident, but anyways, I always thought my whole life is just like, in order to start a path towards God, I have to be passed on first. I have to be out of my body first, basically. Um, but that's not factual. I'm learning. Um, you can keep walking closer to God without dying, basically. That's what I'm learning. You can keep walking closer and closer to God without dying. And that's what I feel like I'm being uh, shown and led down a path to get closer to God without having to be dead, basically, But I guess that's just kind of a kid's way of thinking, of like, oh, I have to be dead first in order to see God, or be close to God. I have to be dead first, I have to be a spirit to be close to God. Basically, that's what I used to think, but apparently that's not true, you know. So, but anyways, I'm getting an MRI done for my neck. I think I have a bulging disc in my neck, um, from an auto accident. But and I always do the same thing with any injury I ever have in life or I have ever had. I always ask God to fix it instantly, because I don't want to go through the whole rigmarole of seeing a doctor, getting an MRI, having surgery, getting the disc replaced, because I've done that already. It's a long ass process. It's a long ass process to walk the worldly route to fix an injury rather than just, God, just heal me, fix it, you know. And, I've been asking Jesus to fix it, but it's not going to happen. It doesn't look like. So I have to go the long way of getting an MRI, having them look at it, seeing the bulging disc, getting the surgery scheduled, getting the surgery done, the whole long ass process, instead of what I think could happen for me is, that I think is well within God's abilities, is fixing injuries without me seeing a doctor. I think that's possible, but I've always been led to go in the worldly way. Always. It's never God fixing it instantly, never. Which always sucks, but I do know He knows what it's like to be me in my body, so He knows what I'm feeling and going through, suffering through at the current moment. So He knows how to just comfort me, I guess, while I am in pain, I guess. But it's kind of just like, I always have to think that someone else is in the same pain as me, with me, walking with me, which is true. Jesus is in the same pain as me right now, walking with me, with His cross, and I'm starting to carry my cross a little more, instead of Him just carrying me, basically. I'm starting to man up a little bit more and start to really carry my cross for real, and not just have God take care of everything like He has, and have Jesus take care of everything like He has on this road, just not expect that. Start to kind of carry my own weight, carry my own cross, just get off the training wheels, basically, That's how I feel. I'm like getting off the training wheels of Jesus carrying me, training wheels. That's how I feel, and eventually they want me to carry my own cross on my own, by myself, like more by myself, and not just have basically Jesus carry me, take care of everything, like He has been. So not be that sheltered little brother, basically, anymore. That baby brother, anymore, 'cause I know God's kind of babied me, on this road, because it's been a hard road that I didn't really want to walk this road. So God's been kind of babying me, but I'm grateful He has been babying me, taking care of me, making sure everything works out, always. A friend was telling me I'm like the luckiest man on earth. I am. I have been the luckiest man on earth for the last 10 years. Everything's worked out. Everything. God's taking care of everything. God, Jesus, they've taken care of everything to get me to this point. everything. Sure I have to make the decision to make the payment myself. Sure, I have to do that, but um, God allows me to be in the position that I can do that, easily. I can make all my payments always easily. It always works out, you know. But that's because of God, Jesus, basically having things work out, as they want me to continue. They want me to be um, happy and prosperous on the earth. Um, they don't want me to feel like a locked up person, you know, because when I first realized that in my life that Jesus Himself was helping me, the first time in my life I noticed it, I was locked up. I admit that I was locked up. You know, Jesus found me when I was locked up. You know, true statement. He knew where I was, and He provided a path to get me out of being locked up. He provided a path out of nowhere to get me out of being locked up, basically. So when I say I remember when no one cared but Him, I remember. So I was locked up. So, but they want me to feel like that. I shouldn't feel like I should be locked up. I should feel like I'm a free man and I should be part of this world. I should be. I should feel like I should be free. And I think that's what God wants me to feel like. But yeah, despite what the world makes me think I should be. But anyways, but yeah, I feel like I am getting off the training wheels a little bit more. God really wants me to step up. Quit making excuses. oh, I'm in too much pain to help you, God. Oh, I'm too damaged to help you, God. Oh, I can think of so many things. He knows that. So many excuses to not live my fullest, to not help Him, not help His kingdom on the ground. I can think of so many things. Oh, I'm too damaged. I'm too hurt. I'm too injured. I can think of so many things, but it doesn't really work when you know basically that that God's been through more than you. It doesn't really work. Like not a lot of people really know to the extent that I know that God's been through more than me. And more than He's been through more than anybody. No, I don't think nobody knows the extent of that as me, of how much God has been through, through Jesus, I think, alone, But what's scary and what I think about as well is the one that Jesus calls Father has been through more than Jesus. That's what's scary. That's what's really scary, is the one that Jesus calls Father and submits to. The one that descended below everybody. The one He calls Father. There's a reason He submits to the Father. because Jesus probably knew that the Father has suffered more than him. I just thought of that. Jesus probably knew that, and that's why he obeyed him, probably because he knew God. He knew God. Jesus knew God. You know. Well, he knew God better than anybody else. I can tell you that much. And I think he knew, and is the reason why he never complained to God. Really, he knew God suffered more than him. I think he knew that the Father suffered more than Jesus. I think he's been through more than Jesus. I don't know. I'm just guessing. That's just an assumption. I don't think that don't think that's true. Don't believe what I say about that, because I don't know. But that just thought came to me that there's a reason why Jesus obeyed God entirely, because he knew God the best. He knew him the best, and he probably knew that God has been through more than anybody. Probably knew that. That's my guess. So he didn't complain. Yes, there was a point in time where Jesus said, "Take this cup from me," but that was the only real time that Jesus wanted another way. But I've been in that position, so I know what that feels like, to ask God to get me out of this. I know what that's like very well. So, but I understand to the extent of pain and suffering that I went through, to ask God to get me out of this. Jesus went through more, and so he took more than me, but it still was a lot for him, to the point where he was asking God for another way. And I understand. I understand that. Because I've done that as well. I empathize with that. To ask God for another way, just anything but this. I've been in that position, very well in the past. But the fact that Jesus succeeded is the reason why I can keep going. It's because he succeeded. So he's known how to walk with me and take care of me while I'm walking this road, because he succeeded. So, but not a lot of people really know that he succeeded. Quite like me, I don't think, that he actually did succeed in his mission. Jesus succeeded. He really did succeed. So it's really up to me to just put faith in him still. Because if he succeeded, then I'll succeed because he succeeded, basically. That's how I see it. So, since he succeeded, he'll show me how to succeed in my mission on the earth, on this planet. Because I do think I'm supposed to serve some kind of purpose or mission, even if it's outside of religion. You know what I mean? I'm still supposed to serve some kind of path, purpose for God, you know, and God's pretty serious about me doing it. He believes that I can do it, you know, whatever it is. And I've always thought, I'm like, why does God need me if Jesus already succeeded? If Jesus already overcame the world and succeeded, why does God need me at all? You know what I'm saying? He's the one that, you know, succeeded. He completed his mission. You know, there's nothing more left to be done, in my opinion, because Jesus did it all. But I feel like Jesus I think he just wanted to share his kingdom or glory with friends. That's the sense I get from all this, is Jesus wanted to bless us and share in his kingdom, you know, or something, you know, of his kingdom of love, real love, basically, you know. That's the gist I get, is he wants others to feel included, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Like the outliers, the people that never fit in, like me, you know, the outsiders of the world, the people, you know, the people that think we are just weird. I think Jesus doesn't see us that way, and he wants to show his love for us, I guess. That's the gist I get, you know. It's just like he wants us to be joyful and happy on this planet. And in my opinion, the only way to be really joyful and happy on this planet, the only chance to be joyful and happy for real and content, is with Jesus. It's the only way, in my opinion, because I've tried the things of the world to bring happiness. I've tried that. It doesn't last. And I know that. So, and I know God knows that I know that. These things that people chase, desire on this planet, possessions, money, all these things that people chase, doesn't last. But the only thing that lasts is God's love, basically. His word, basically, is the only thing that lasts through everything. Basically, that's what I've learned. But I just feel like I just feel like God wants me to be a part of his kingdom on the earth, like, because I do think he's trying to build a kingdom on the earth. That's the thing I'm sensing. He's trying to build his kingdom on the earth, for real, with um, many different ways. He's trying to build his kingdom, trying to prepare the planet or something for his kingdom, for um, for the coming of Jesus, maybe. But when Jesus is um, more seen, you know, to people. Like, yes, I can feel Jesus, his love and all that, but I still don't actually see him. You know what I mean? I can feel Jesus, you know, because I know what he feels like compared to other things I've been around in this life. He's very different feel for sure. So I can feel when Jesus is around me, when he wants me to feel him around me. I can feel that, you know, but I can't really see him in the physical plane. But I can definitely feel him in a different plane, you know, spiritual plane. I can definitely feel him with me, you know, especially when I ask him to be with me. I can feel him more, you know, because, you know, he knows I'm kind of afraid in a way. You know, I'm walking this road that I was never planning on walking. I was never planning on walking a road like this at all, ever, you know. So he knows I'm kind of afraid to walk this road because I never planned on it. I never planned on being anybody or known or become anything, or be in the forefront for people to see me and know who I am. I didn't think I would be um, in this kind of position in life, you know, ever. So, um, so that's why I always ask him lately to stick with me, like, have me feel, have me feel like you're with me, you know, because I've seen a lot of scary shit in this world. I have, and God knows I've seen a lot of scary shit, you know, so I'm kind of, I need someone that's overcome all this world, all the scary shit of this world. I need someone that's overcome it all to stick with me and have me know, have me feel that he's with me, you know, not just me, not just me knowing that he's helping me through different things, through different people, not just that. Like, I really want to feel him with me, you know, because I'm not very confident to walk this path for God, you know. I've decided that I will walk this path for God, you know, do what he wants me to do, you know, with the help of Jesus, basically. But it's basically Jesus that I'm relying on to show me what He wants me to do. Really, I can avoid what God wants me to do forever. I realize, but it doesn't matter what I do in this world. Seems like God still wants to help me and show me a different way, different road that I've ever known, besides just the worldly road, besides just existing in the world, day by day. He wants me to show me a different path, a different way, but a better way to walk in this world, to get close to Him, but I feel like I do know Jesus knows how to get close to God better than anybody. So I have to trust that He knows. He can show me how to get close to God without dying. Get close to God, And it's probably all the things. Actually, I know it's all the things I've always hated. Growing up, reading scriptures and all that. I know it's all that and praying. I know it's all that, that will get me close to God. I know it's all that stuff that I hate doing. I've always hated doing, But anyways, that's all I really wanted to say is just there is a way to get close to God or walk closer to God, or because I feel like I'm on a path to get closer to God, with the help of Jesus, a path to get closer to God without dying, getting closer towards God and His kingdom without dying. I'm being shown the way. I feel like, because I want to know the way. I want to know the way home without dying, basically, Like, how do I get close to God, as close as possible to God without dying, basically? Without dying, how do I get close to God? Because I know He's been close to me. I know I can feel His love keeping me alive and going. I can feel His love every day keeping me going, But how do I do it the other way around, where I'm the one that feels love towards God the other way around? You know what I'm saying? Not Him showing all His love towards me that I've been experiencing, the other way around. How do I feel love on my end for God above everything in this world? All the things that I love in this world, all the distractions of this world. And I admit I get distracted easily in this world. I really am the prodigal son. I get lost in this world. I get distracted by the things of this world. I think things look good and nice, but I know it's just there to trick me. All the things that look good and nice to the eye is just there to trick me. I know that, but I never seem to learn my lesson. I never seem to learn my lesson. Like the things that look good in this world, physically to the eye, distract me. I never learn my lesson. I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to learn, really learn my lesson, and just not get sucked into things and distracted by the beautiful things of this world that look beautiful on the surface. That's what I'll say. Not get distracted by the beautiful things of this world on the surface. And God knows I struggle with that. But I figure if he's sticking with me and helping me, and with the help of Jesus, basically, I won't uh, get distracted too badly or sidetracked by the things of this world. Basically, um, keep me on my path. Basically, um, to a better existence or better life on the planet, basically. But anyways, that's all I really noticed today. Well, I learned today, and I think it probably most likely came from God. That you can get close to God um, without dying. You can get really close to God, the Father, without dying. And I think uh, Jesus did when he was on the earth. He got close. He was close to God without dying. When he was like, that's what I feel. So he did it. So there's a way to get to be close to God without dying. So that's just the thing I got from today. But anyways, that's all I want to say. Hope you guys have a good day.